above your head, palms to touch, and then bring your hands to a heart center, and then let your hands rest on your knees. Just close your eyes and just notice what it does to you to sit still. As we said before, there is yang energy, the doing, the moving, the constantly striving for more, the drive, which is needed in life. But then there's also the yin energy of pausing, reflecting, stillness, and rest and recover. So just observe how it makes you feel to sit still. Does it make you feel kind of uncomfortable and there's a tendency to want to fiddle? Or is there a calmness to it? And in yoga there is no judgment. There's also no attachment. So some days we will feel very grounded and very calm, and other days we don't. The important element is the observation, is the awareness, the fact that you notice, hey, today I feel calm. Hey, today I feel restless. And that's enough. And then the nice thing to do now is to take slow, deep breaths in and out the nose. Or if you prefer, you can also exhale out the mouth. Just a soft sigh. Consciously breathing with full attention, just always coming back to the breath might be new to you. So in the beginning, when you practice yoga, it is very common that for a while you will be able to keep your attention with the breath, and then it wanders and you're like, oh, oops, I haven't really focused on my breathing. You just start over again. For me, specifically in the beginning, it helped me to count the length of the in and the exhales. Now, because we're practicing yin yoga, it is maybe even nice to exhale longer than inhale. So maybe you breathe in for around 4 to 5 counts, and you exhale for around 6 to 7 counts. That also slows down your central nervous system. If that feels like an effort, just breathe in for 3 counts and exhale for maybe 5 counts. Relax the skin on your face and maybe notice if you're clenching your teeth, if you're clenching your jaw. A joint that we use a lot, a joint that also holds on to a lot of tension. So let the bottom part of your face, the bottom part of your jaw, just drop and be soft. It can also help to focus on softening your tongue inside your mouth. And then we'll do a breathing exercise together. I will count of why you came to the mat? Is it to calm down? Is it to find a sense of patience? A sense of connecting to yourself? A sense of maybe letting go? That's very personal. For me today, my intention was non-attachment. I feel everything in the moment, everything I attach to is kind of being taken away from me in many different ways. And it doesn't serve me to cling on. It only brings sadness and fear. So letting go and non-attaching and trusting that this is temporary has been my intention for today. If that is an intention that works for you, you can have that as a collective intention, or maybe you have your own. And then it's a gesture of connection. We bring our palms together in front of the heart. And then you bow your head towards your fingertips. It's just a gesture of connection. Namaste, connecting our hearts together, acknowledging the union, that we are in the end the same. And then we'll start in a nice opening of the heart, and at the same time an opening of your hips. So take your bolster or roll up 2 big towels. I'll first show you. So you're going to place the bolster under your heart. So that is, if you maybe wear like a heart rate meter or something, it's just above that. For women, just above your bra. The important thing here is that your head is supported, so your head is not hanging. So mine is quite high. So I'm going to take a book or a block. You can also take a block, just to support the back of your head. And your arms are just above your bolster. Again, this is the space where you just play with what feels good. And you just let the hands rest. Maybe you want to I'm actually going to bring myself a little bit lower. And the soles of the feet are touching. Make sure your head is supported. You can use the first couple of moments just to settle into your shape. And we'll stay here for 4 minutes. I'm also going to suggest a nice pranayama. Pranayama means breathing. So yes, there is a curiosity, there might still be some movement, and then once that is done, start to totally commit to stillness for 4 minutes. Our pranayama today is breathing into the heart space and softening on the exhale into your belly space. So every time you inhale, feel your heart expand and lift. And every time you exhale, feel your belly soften and relax. When I inhale, I even visualize something uplifting like a fountain or a blossoming flower. And on the exhale, I visualize sand melting into, or water melting into sand, water melting into earth. It's kind of spreading energy. If you want to apply your 5 counts in and your 7 counts out, feel free. rise and then let the belly fall down and soften. Stay connected to the breath. It's okay if your mind wanders. If it wanders, just be curious where it wanders to, and then come back to your breath. Maybe counting the breath. One more minute. Enjoy each breath. Lengthen and deepen your breaths. Soften your shoulders, soften the skin on your face. 2 more rounds of breath. And then slowly bring your hands behind your skull. So with the strength of your hands, you press your head up and your chin comes in towards your chest. And you can bring your knees together and then slowly roll to the side. And you can move your props away and just lie on your back. So just lie on your back and feel how that feels. We'll just stay here for 5 to 6 breaths. Just lie on your back. It's called a rebound. Maybe a nice big sigh, let the feet fall out to the sides. So there's no muscle activation whatsoever. And then you can hug your knees in towards your chest, both of them. Give yourself a big squeeze. Slowly roll to the side and press yourself up to a seated position so you can see me and I can demonstrate the neck shape. So the neck shape, you can use a pillow or a block. You can even, now probably your bolster is going to be, depends if it's soft. If it's soft, you can lean into it. If it's a hard bolster, it's probably going to give you instability. So maybe a book, if you have a book or something that can be under your hips. So let me just demonstrate. You're going to lie on your back and then lift your hips and place your block or your book or something under your hips. If you have a lot of space, again there is that curiosity of trying it out. You can go a little higher. You can also stack 2 blocks. Where's my other block? There it is. And then from there, you will draw one knee in towards your chest. You can keep your left foot flat on the floor. That is a little gentler for the lower back. If you want, you can extend the leg. That's a little bit more. So let's try it out. Come to your back. Maybe find a block or a book or a pillow, or fold your beach towel, something to just elevate your hips.
Yeah.
And then draw the right knee in towards your chest and just close your eyes now. The interesting thing is when we close our eyes, the brain doesn't have to take information in from what we see. Our eyes are beautiful, beautiful tools, beautiful organs that we have, but they also activate the brain a lot because they are there to protect us, to analyze, to make sure we're safe. But they judge and they activate the brain a lot. So if you close your eyes, it is easier to feel rather than to think. And while your left leg is extended, just maybe feel if that's okay for your body, or if you want to place the left foot flat on the floor. And we'll stay here for 3 minutes. Come back to your breath. Can you soften your shoulders? Can you soften your toes? Can you really let your hips be supported by whatever your hips are lying on? And then belly breaths can be quite nice. So rather than just breathing into your chest area, can you also breathe into your lower belly? Maybe come back to your counting, whether that's 3 in, 5 out, or 5 in, 7 out. It obviously also depends on how quick you count. And on every exhale, there is a sense of relaxation. 2 more minutes. Slow inhales. Feel the extension of the ribs of the rib cage, the floating up of the lower belly, and a softening on the exhale, a surrender, a letting go. And trusting that you are in the right place, and then maybe notice where you feel what. Do you feel tension anywhere? Does it move? Does it stay the same? Does it get more intense or less intense? When the mind wanders, just bring your mind back to its breath and to the sensations in the body. 1 more minute. Notice if you're clenching your teeth maybe. Let there be some space between the upper row of teeth and the bottom row of teeth.
And these bones are only bones. All that matters is how much we gave, how much we loved.
Take a last deep breath into the nose. A sigh out, and then let both feet come flat to the floor. This is called a supported bridge pose. So both knees are bent. You can't see your feet, but try to have your feet parallel. And if you can, maybe you can even guess whether or not your ankles are under the knees. You can walk your toes a little forward and back. And then with this variation, we bring our arms over our head. So it's a nice opening of your armpit area. If it is okay for you, you can also choose to hold on to the opposite elbow. If that brings tension into the neck or the shoulders, just let our hands be separated and the elbows bent. This is a really good stretch for your hip flexors and also for your psoas. Psoas is a big muscle connecting the legs to the spine. want to walk them a little bit in. And sometimes there is a tendency, most of the time when I teach group classes, the toes point out. People think the feet are parallel, so maybe in your mind you pigeon toe your feet a little, means that your big toes are kind of pointing inwards, rather than the toes out, because then the knees start to flow out, you start to open the groin, and maybe even bring more tension in the sacrum, so just breathe there. If your arms are crossed and you are holding onto your elbows, change to cross, so you do equal amount of time and you are halfway. Connect back to your breath. Notice the sensations in the body. Maybe a big sigh can really bring some softness, some calmness. 45 seconds to go. Try to melt your bones, melt your muscles. Be as soft as you can be. And slowly bring your arms back next to your body. You might have to readjust your book or your blocks or whatever that is under your hips, and we'll do the other side. So start to bring your left knee in towards your chest. Your right foot can be on the floor, or you can start to extend that right leg along the floor. It's totally okay to just find some curiosity in the body. As I said, it's like you're trying on a jacket. Is it the right size? Is it the smaller size you need? Just move around, press the back of the head on the floor, lift your shoulder blades, and then commit to stillness. Commit to breathing nice and deep, nice and slow. Soften your toes. Soften the skin on your face. Breathe. Halfway, stay with the breath. Notice your body, notice the sensations in the body, maybe some tingling, maybe some tension that it gets released. Do you feel the front of the right hip? Do you feel the inside of the left hip? And where is your breath? How does it make you feel? Notice how every exhale actually brings some sense of serenity, sense of calmness. And maybe take a moment to just think back of your intention. Maybe if your intention was non-attachment, are there things that are popping up in your mind that you are maybe challenge to let go of your normal routine, a habit that you might want to change or have already changed. Everything that involves change is a process of letting go. Letting go of the old and making space for the new. But it's a process, it's a journey. It doesn't just come by itself. So 2 more rounds of breath. And then slowly bring both feet down. Pause for a moment so you're back into the shape where you were before. And then from there, you can start lifting your hips, remove whatever is under your hips, and then vertebra by vertebra, first bring the top part of your spine back to the floor. Tuck your tailbone, bring the pubic bone towards your nose, towards the navel, and then press the middle part of the spine into the floor until your hips are totally surrendering. And then extend the legs. So this is called a rebound. It's the spacing between our shapes where you can just feel, hey, the post effect of your shape. And it's easiest with your eyes closed. Let the feet fall to the side. And maybe take a big sigh. 4 more rounds of breath. Slowly hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock a little from right to left so you feel the pressure on the back of your hips, massaging over your sacrum. And then roll to a side, doesn't matter which side, and then you can slowly come up to a seat again so I can demonstrate the neck shape. Very good.
Do you mind if I take a quick photo of this?
Of course.
We've got a beautiful sunset over there and this here over there.
Nice. I'm also enjoying the sunset here.
There we go.
So we're gonna work into your shoulders now. Let me move all these beautiful props to the side. If you have a pillow or maybe a block, you will probably need it to put your face on. This is called the bow pose. So basically, I'll show you from the front. You'll be lying on your tummy. We'll set it up together, but your arms are going to be crossed underneath the body. And that's going to give a really, you'll be on your belly, but like this. So let's come first on our elbows. So you're in an elbow plank. And let's start with the right elbow in front of the left. You can bring your tummy down to the floor. So I already have my block ready here. So, because you'll be stuck. Once your arms are crossed like that, you won't be able to move very easily. So I already measure out. You might have to move in and out if this is the first time you're doing it. I think I'm actually going to make myself a very comfortable little pillow here, because the pillow is softer than the blocks. And that's actually going to work better even. So right in front of left, yes, this is going to work. I measured it out. Keep the shoulders level and start to walk. Your palms are facing up. Oh, I also need to time it. So let me just take my watch off here. Start to walk your hands to the side so your elbows cross, and then face the palms upwards and just let your head relax on your pillow. Yeah, so there's a stretch around the back of you can always move your body forward or back a little bit, and then we'll stay here for 3 minutes. Yeah, it looks good. Walk, you can wiggle from right to left a little. You elbow is more to the left and the left elbow is more to the right compared to the center. So there's a proper cross. Yeah, and then just relax. Now because we're lying on our belly, we can practice belly breathing. It is also possible, just to let you know, that there might be tingling in your hands. Because you are lying on your arms, there is less blood, a slight blood restriction. If it gets too uncomfortable, just move a little bit out of your nut, out of your bow. Otherwise, just breathe. Maybe it will pause. Often it does just pause. And how deep can you breathe now? Can you breathe into the space between your shoulder blades? Maybe count again, the 5 to 7 or 3 to 5 counts of breath. And let the belly button softly press into the mat when you inhale. I call it a Buddha belly. Buddha has a nice comfortable belly, a soft belly. It is not really the aesthetical way we look at our belly. We always aim for 6 packs, I think. But relaxing the organs, relaxing your diaphragm. Nobody's watching here, so you can really just let the belly softly press into the floor. And what that also does, it creates space in the lower back. Nice, soften your jaw. A little bit more than a minute to go. Three more rounds of breath. And then slowly start to wiggle yourself out. So wiggle your shoulders right, left, left, right, right, left, and start to slide your elbows back. And then you can move your pillow that was under your head. And just bring your hands under your face, under your front, and just pause for a moment. Notice the sensations in your arms and your shoulders. Maybe because of the slight blood restriction, you feel kind of a flushing sensation. Alright, and then bring your body to the right side of your mat. So slide yourself to the right side of your mat, and your left arm, you might not be able to see my arm, I'll show you with the right arm. It's extended right next to me. The palm is facing down, so there's a straight line from the shoulders to the hand, but it's with the left hand, so it's the back hand. And then from there, you're going to roll onto the left side. So here there are different options again. You can use your right fingertips to just open the right side of the body. And you start to feel a strong stretch on the front of your left shoulder. Your right leg can either be supported in front of you. You can put a pillow or something underneath it if this is already quite strong for you on the left arm. If you feel you can go more, you can bring the right foot behind your left leg and the knee points up. We've got time, so there's no need to force. And your body will normally quite quickly tell you if it's too much or not. You can simply just bring the knee open your eyes, you start to think and analyze and look. So close your eyes. You're safe. So you can just softly focus on the breath and the sensations in the body. Quite a strong stretch for the front of the left shoulder. Also a nice twist. Now soften the toes of your left foot. Soften the belly on the exhale. 2 more minutes. If you feel that you want more, you can bring your right hand that is currently in front of the chest around your back and slide it under your waist. So the palm is facing down. It loops behind you and you're kind of lying on the hand. Only if that adds value. If it brings you to a space of difficulties to breathe or tension in your jaw, then that was not the right decision. Then just come back to where you came from. We're halfway, so stay with the breath. Start to bring it in front of your face and then come back onto the belly. Place your hands under your face like we did before as a pillow and just notice the sensations in the right and the left arm. Probably very different. Four more rounds of breath. Maybe a nice deep inhale and a sigh. Let's lift our chest and bring our pillow, just back where it came from, so we can do our bow pose, the crossing of the arms for the other side. This is Yuna. She loves yoga. Bring your left arm in front of the right. Start again nice and square. Maybe test if you can put your head very easily onto the pillow or not. And off we go. Walk, walk, walk. Palms face up. Walk, walk, walk. Maybe pause here before you put your head down and just feel if this is where you want to be, or if you can maybe go a little bit further. And then place your head down towards the floor or towards your pillow. Off we go. Soften the skin on your face and again breathe around the areas where you feel this. It might be different for everybody. And can you again come into those belly breaths? Really soft and deep breaths in and out. try to have a sensation of expanding, really broadening, taking in space because our lungs fill up, an expansion of the rib cage to the front, the side, and the back of the body. And then a softness, a sense of letting go, a softening of your skin. And sometimes, specifically if you're a visual person, it can be nice to have visual images with the in and the exhale. So I don't know, maybe on the inhale, you think of a balloon that is being filled with air. And on the exhale, you think of something soft. That could be feathers, it could be anything that in your mind, in your world is soft. We're over halfway, so stay with the breath. Around 8 more cycles of breath, nice and deep, nice and slow. Let that lower part of the belly really rise and fall, press into the floor and soften. I'm definitely feeling some tingling in my fingers because of the blood restriction. That's okay, we're almost there. It's a weird sensation. But it will give a nice flush when we release. 2 more rounds of breath. And then lift your head and slowly start to come out of it. Press the block or the pillow and then just place your hands on top of each other so it supports your head. The space between your eyebrows is resting onto the hands. Maybe a nice sigh. I've just turned around just so I can keep looking at you. So now you move to the left side of your mat. Same thing. Your right arm is stretched to the side. So maybe even look at it and look at if your shoulder and elbow and wrist are kind of in line. The palm is facing down, so I'll just demonstrate it to you here. So it's just in line and the palm is facing down. Anything that might be in the way, just take it out of the way and then start to slowly come to the side. Your head is rested. If it's uncomfortable for your neck, ooh, my back is cracked, oh, that feels nice. You can also place a little pillow under your face and then take that same option. So a bolster can be placed under the left knee. You can also rest it on the floor. If that's alright, you can also bring your left foot flat behind the right knee. And I noticed that there's a tendency to keep my right toes active. So I just try to totally relax that right leg. The sensations around the front of that right shoulder are quite strong. There is a big twist in your spine, so around the space where your heart rate meter is, but then on the back of the body. So really almost behind your heart, there's a twist there in the thoracic spine. And close your eyes if they're not closed. Focus on the lovely sounds of the music, the sounds of your own breath. 2 more minutes. So if you did place that left hand, if you looked it behind your lower back and placed it, you need to lift your waist a little and then just let the waist press into the palm. Oh no, it's not the palm, it's the back of the hand. The palm of the left hand is facing down towards the mat. So both palms in that way are facing down if you are doing that option. Soften your jaw. It's almost like your jaw is falling towards the floor. Sideways. Relaxing your cheeks. Go. It's also interesting in Yin Yoga because we stay in poses a little longer. We might remember, specifically if you practice poses multiple times, you do it regularly, you might start to notice, like for me, I feel that this right shoulder is more challenging than the left. I might be a bit deeper, but I don't really feel I am deeper into the shape. So maybe that's just more tension around my right shoulder than my left, which is actually true. I know that my right joints, my right shoulder, my right hip are a little more stable, but also more tense. The left side is more mobile, but also less stable. So that awareness is actually very interesting. It's very subtle. And because in yoga we take time and we do things very almost symmetrically, we can start to become aware of the differences in our body. Because we look symmetrical, but we're not. Slowly bring your left hand in front of your face and then roll slowly, 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 slowly. Both legs extend. Oof. And then bring your hands under your face. You can bring yourself back to the center of the mat. Maybe a big sigh out. Soften. We can add a nice stretch for you cyclists out there, but the right knee comes close to the right wrist and the foot is, you can bring it a little bit forward, so your shin is in a diagonal line. Maybe already start doing that. One of the things that you want to try to avoid is to sit onto that right buttock. So what I normally take as a reference is my frontal hip bones. So either you can kind of feel, okay, if we're going to go forward, would place a bottle here on my sacrum, would it be totally skewed? Or could I, maybe a book would be better. Could I place a book here on the back of my sacrum? Or do I feel that I'm falling really much to the side? Here you'll get a blood restriction and it's not nice for the foot. So you can bring the heel closer to your groin. If you want more, you bring it forward. You can also walk your left knee back, so your shoulders and your hips are pointing forward. And then again, you can place either your elbows down a little block. My blocks are on that side now, but I can use my bolster. You can place that under the front of your head, or you can place the palms on top of each other and just relax there. Relax the toes of your right foot. Know that when you come onto your elbows, it's a little more gentle. So if it gets too much, just feel free to do so. your left hand. Yes. So maybe if you feel that you're really wobbling, you can place the hand a little bit more so you support it. This is probably gonna make you cyclist nice and like, oh, this I can feel. For the more flexible people, you can try to bring the heel closer to your sit bones.
Gotta be kidding.
Woo! Yes! Alright, now the breath comes in. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Try to relax your face. Really let the breath support the shape. Yes, smile, exactly. Close your eyes, you can do this. If you feel it, they say you need it. It's the shapes that we try to avoid because they do something with us that we need most. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. And then gently let go and think, whew. Oh, nice. Alright, come back to tabletop. Just move a little from right to left. That is quite powerful, I know. Last side, left knee. You can come into plank pose and just bring your hands shoulder width apart. Left knee comes to left wrist. Take your time to bring the foot forward, square the hips, walk your right knee backwards until you feel like there's a sweet point for everybody. That might be different. And often in half pigeon, this is called half pigeon, we feel a difference between the right and left. And then place either your block or your bolster under your head, or come all the way down onto your hands that are the pillow. And start breathing. 3 minutes here. Well, not a total 3 minutes. We'll do 2 minutes here and obviously also 1 minute adding on the quadricep on the other side. But I'll guard the time for you. Just relax. Soften your shoulders. Notice again if you are clenching your teeth or not. Try to be soft. Try to soften something on the exhale. You can even start by softening your feet and then softening your knees. With every exhale, just move along all the big joints, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists. And often in these kind of hip stretches, we're not just moving and stretching into tissue. We hold on even to emotions in our body. So if emotions come up in yin, feelings of frustration, anger, maybe joy, but often in these hip kind of stretches, it's more towards the frustrating kind of side of wanting to move out. Well, we are moving out, but we're actually moving a little bit deeper in. So bring your hands, there we go. You can walk your right knee a little closer if that helps. Place your left hand stable into the floor. Focus your eyes on the point. And then a point in front of you, and then bring the right foot to the right hand. Maybe bring the heel closer to the sit bone or to the outside of the buttock. And then close your eyes and breathe and smile. And yes, we feel this, we all do. Count those breaths, make them long, make them deep. have to be touching. Well, I can actually put my feet here, but you let your feet be against the wall. I don't want to put them on the frames now. I don't want them to drop down. So you don't have to have them touching. I just don't have the space. So you can just have them somewhere above. This is called leg of the wall. And you bring your arms next to the body. It's really, really good for runners, cyclists, people that sit a lot in the office. It's also a really nice shape to do when you have been in a plane. And yeah, just wiggle your hips closer, 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 closer. So your sit bones are really, if you can, touching whatever you're using there, the covers. Yeah. And then the palms be up. So the feet don't have to be touching. They can have space. So the feet fall out to the side. So totally relax your feet like you're lying on the floor. Yeah, that's it. Let them dangle. Maybe even wiggle your toes a little. And then close your eyes. We're just going to be here instead of Shavasana. Notice if it feels nice to have something under your head, or maybe you prefer to just have the head flat on the floor. It depends on the neck. I prefer to have the head flat on the floor. And you commit to our last 2 minutes of stillness, of resting, of yin energy. Shavasana shape. You can always stay here longer if you want to. Shavasana can almost not be long enough. It's a space of integration. It's really a space of rest and recover. Also a space where you practice the art of doing totally nothing. But for now, you can also choose to start stretching your arms over your head. Really reach, maybe interlace them, pretend you're waking up, stretch a little to the right, stretch a little to the left, and then hug your knees in towards your chest. Create a little ball of the body. You can feel the soles of the feet onto the wall. Then roll to the left or the right side in a fetus pose. Your bottom arm underneath your head as a pillow. And then use your top hand to come back up into a seated position with your eyes closed. started our practice, we will also place the palms again together in front of the heart. A gesture of greeting, a gesture of connecting our heart, and also just closing our practice. Gesturing to take what we've cultivated, that sense of calmness or the intention that you had for your practice, off your mat into the rest of